Hello and good evening, our beloved viewers. You're watching on Live RTD channel. Welcome to this English news edition. Here are the major stories. The head of state received at the afternoon presidential palace the vice president of the Council of Ministers in Italy. A ministerial visit to Al Tabeh region. And for the international news, the United Nations has appointed former Iraqi President Bahram Ahmed. Those were the headlines. Thanks for joining us in our newsroom. The head of state, His Excellency Ismail Margili, received on Monday late in the afternoon at the Presidential Palace the Vice President of the Council of Foreign Ministers and Italian Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Antonio Tajani, who was leading a high-level delegation from his country. Mr. Tajani's visit to Djibouti was part of an official visit aimed at strengthening bilateral relations between the two countries, which already enjoy privileged ties extending across all sectors of activities. The discussion also were focused on reviewing the progress of various ongoing cooperation projects between the Republic of Djibouti and Italian. In a statement following his meeting with the President of the Republic, the head of Italian diplomacy expressed his country's determination to intensify exchange with Djibouti, particularly in the field of agriculture, industries, and port. He also referred to Italy's desire to rely for the heavily on Djibouti, a country enjoying continued stability as part of its strategy objective to increase its engagement in the region. For his part, the Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation, Mr. Abdul Qadir Hussein Umar, said that address the new areas of collaboration between the two parties likely to emerge through a mutually beneficial partnership between the two countries and ways and means to strengthen bilateral relations between the two countries, which already enjoy a privileged ties extending across the activities sectors such as industries, port, and agriculture, conclude the minister. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Margili, also received today at the Presidential Palace the General Annual Report of the Court of Audit and Financial Discipline for 2022-2023 period. Mrs. Mahan Ibrahim Mahmoud, President of the Court of Audit, present the General Annual Report of the Head of State, accompanied by her senior staff, following the meeting dedicated to handing over the Court of Audit's annual report to the President of the Republic. Mrs. Mahan Mahmoud Ibrahim stated that the first copy of the General Annual Report of the Court of Audit and Financial Discipline has been officially submitted to the President. She explained that the result of the traditional audit of the state budget for the year 2021 and 2022 focused on internal governance activities, which constitute the foundation of the court's oversight work, quality assurance, and the professionalism required in accordance with the international rules, principle, and standard. The meeting was attended by the Minister of Justice, Prisons Administration in charge of Human Rights, Ali Hassan Badon, and the Secretary General of the Presidency, Mohammed Abdullah, and the President's legal advisor, Ms. Rad.
également le défi que connaît la juridiction financière. Excellence, telle est la teneur de ce rapport que j'ai le plaisir et l'immense privilège de vous remettre très respectueusement.
In her remarks, the President of the Court of Accounts indicate that the annual report covers the court's oversight activities. In recent years, it has become customary for the Court of Audit to submit an annual report to the head of state. This report records the oversight activities carried out by the court. This particular report covers the period 2020-2023. It represents the main observation made by the court during audit conducted over this period and consists of two volumes, she concluded. The conference of the parliamentary president was held on Sunday, 22 December, under the chairmanship of the President of the National Assembly, Dileita Mohamed Dileida, and the meeting brought together member of the Assembly office and leader of parliamentary groups, chair of a standing committee, and the Reporter General Finance Committee. The government was represented by the Prime Minister Abdul Qadir Kamil Mohammed and Minister of Defense in charge of relations with Parliament, Hassan Omar Burhan. During the session, the conference examined a draft law on national cultural heritage of the Republic of Djibouti submitted under an emergency procedures. The Minister of Interior, Said Nur Hassan, and the Minister of Health, Delegate of Decentralization, Qasim Haroun, paid an official visit to Ali Sabih region yesterday, Sunday, to assess the situation. They were welcomed upon arrival by the Prefect of Ali Sabih region, Abdul Malik Mohammed Benoita, and the President of Regional Council, Sharmaka Hassan Al-Ali. After an initial meeting with administrative and local authorities, the Minister of Interior visited Galile border crossing where he met border police, custom official, and national army to inquire about regular migration and review progress in combating irregular migration. Security officials briefed the ministry on their daily operation and measures taken to ensure border security and surveillance. The minister then visited the IUJ housing construction site near Galile. These housing units built under an initiative the President of the Republic and are intended to accommodate residents to be relocated for areas very close to the border for security reasons and to combat irregular migration and smuggling. The Minister Delegate for Decentralization, Qasim Haroun, received a high-level delegation from Chinese city of Shanghai at the ministry's reception hall. The delegation included the Vice Chairman of Shanghai Municipal Council, the Chinese Ambassador to Djibouti, and the Mayor of Djibouti City. The visit aimed to strengthen the centralized cooperation between Djibouti City and Shanghai, a partnership resulting from the shared vision of President of the Republic, His Excellency Ismail Magili, and Chinese President Xi Jinping. The minister welcomed the delegation and presented an overview of Djibouti and China cooperation, praising China as a strategic partner that has consistently supported Djibouti's development efforts. The Minister of Foreign Affairs and International Cooperation announced that the first forum for Djiboutian living abroad, initially scheduled for Sunday, 21 December, will instead be it will be held on Wednesday, 24 December, at the People's Palace. And now, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health, Muhammad Ali Mohammed, together with the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior, Suleiman Momin Roble, presided over on the ceremony receiving a donation of medicine and medical equipment for UNHCR and the World Food Program warehouse in PK20 area. Senior official from UNHCR and National Health Insurance Fund, but also the National Office for Refugees and Social Affairs and Ministry of Health attend this event. The UNHCR praised the excellent cooperation with the Ministry of Health in providing medical care to refugees in Holho, Ali Addi, Merkazi, reflecting the effective implementation of comprehensive refugees response framework. Speaking on this occasion, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Interior expressed the government's appreciation of UNHCR for its continued support. He reaffirmed Djibouti's commitment to its humanitarian value and to providing refugees with essential service in a safe and defined environment through close coordination with national institutions and international partners. The Republic of Djibouti remains faithful to its value of hospitality and solidarity, working to ensure human, responsible, and sustainable care for refugees. For his part, the Secretary General of the Ministry of Health explained that the strengthening of partnership between Djibouti and UNHCR in the health sector. He also emphasized that this cooperation has made it possible to ensure equitable access to health care for refugees living in Holhol, Ali Adi, and Markazi camp within the national health system and under the same condition as Djiboutian citizens, including access to referral hospital when necessary. He also highlighted the successful integration of refugees into national health system, noting that refugees receive the same medical care as the citizens, including access to local facilities and referral hospitals when necessary. As part of military cooperation between the Djiboutian Army and the Royal Army Forces of Morocco, General of the Army Corps Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim and Chief of Staff of the Army Forces received in his office the official of the official is Hatul and Colonel Tamim, military attaché of Kingdom of Morocco, residing in Addis Ababa. This meeting, marked by fraternity and friendship, served as an official introducing to new Moroccan defense attaché. It provides an opportunity to exchange views on general prospect of military cooperation between the two countries and to reaffirm a shared commitment to strengthen partnership ties in a spirit of trust, solidarity, and mutual respect, serving shared interests and regional stability. Following the heavy rains that occurred yesterday morning, the prefect of Djibouti City continued his inspection a tower of affected neighborhood and major road assessing emergency for to clear flood street, restore traffic flow and ensure public safety. After the fire visit, the prefecture crisis cell meeting at the prefecture headquarters to review development, evaluate response measure, enhance coordination, but also prioritize the protection of citizens and property. Following his visit to the affected areas, a high level crisis meeting was held to coordinate with the state's response to the significant disruptions caused by the recent rain. The situation worsened with the last minute rescue of three people swept away by the flood water in Humbuli Wadi, an event that confirmed the severity of the incident and the need for swift coordinate action. According to the table meeting, the relevant authorities conduct an initial comprehensive assignment. The human and material tools was central focus on the discussion the circumstances of the incident in the Hambuli River were reviewed, as were the numerous vehicles stripped by the flood water and damage to the road infrastructure and essential network. The operational response was also thoroughly evaluated. On the technical side, the Director General of Meteorology present retrospective analysis of this rainfall event described as an exceptional. This began identifying point of congestion in the drainage network while highlighting certain urban planning issues by the runoff crisis communication was also addressed. The role of Djibouti radio and television in disseminating safety instruction and real-time information was praised with a state intention to further optimize this system to better inform and protect citizens. The Secretary General of the National Union of Djiboutian Women, Ms. Fatouma Moussa Abdi, paid an important visit this week to Arta region, especially the town of Wea, and later as part of effort to strengthen ties with the rural communities and promote women's empowerment. The visits include consultation on challenges faced by a woman in Arta region, especially Wea, and later particularly the concern subject are gender-based violence, and conclude with the distribution of food assistance and agricultural tools under the initiative of the First Lady Khadra Mohammed Haid. Dekhel Regional Council had the honor of welcoming the mayor of Swedish this Saturday, December 21, Abdullahi Kadani Mohammed, mayor of city of Swedish, in accompanied by his delegation for an official visit to Djibouti. The day began at Dikhil Prefecture and was welcomed by the prefect of Dikhil region. The visit is part of a dynamic of decentralized cooperation and was made possible thanks to the initiative of the president of the Regional Council of Dikhil region, Mahad Hussein, followed by a meeting at the Regional Council headquarters for a fruitful exchange on the prospect for collaboration between the two regions. a detailed presentation on the Dakhel region in its structuring project, and its priority was shared through a PowerPoint presentation. The president of the council, Ahmad Hussein, expresses deep gratitude to the mayor of Bollnäs, Sweden, for this fraternal visit. And now moving on to the international news, the United Nations has appointed former Iraqi President Bahrain Ahmed Saleh as the next High Commissioner for Refugees, with his mandate set to begin on 1st January 2026, for a 5 years term. This historic appointment marks the first time a leader from the Middle East has assumed this position in more than 75 years. UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres welcomed the decision, highlighting Salah's extensive political and diplomatic experience, which spanned decades on engagement in conflict resolution, humanitarian response, and also the post conflict reconstruction. This is it for this edition. Thanks for watching. Have a wonderful evening.